Woo, getting frisky up in here already, Grace.
That's right, because it's Monday. It's 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. It's Grace and Eric time, which means it's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, it's the heart rate's up. And nobody gets to see the pre-show stuff. Now I'm excited.
It was pretty exciting. It was intense. We had deep thoughts.
And it's ours. It's yours and mine and no others ever.
Never. Just me and you and all the other people in your house who are listening in.
Maybe we should write a book and then the people can buy the book. We can make money off of people buying the book to know about, just call it the pre-show.
I like it. Yeah. Done.
All the dirt.
Yeah.
Oh man. How are you?
I'm good. I am really good. I had a fun weekend. Ask me what I did for the weekend.
We'll wait till after the show starts.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Let's start the show because I really want to know what you did this weekend.
Okay, cool.
All right, you ready? Grace, tons of races happened this weekend. Some close and some are quite the drive. Let's break down the fun on episode 165. I'm Eric, Idiot Runner Kosek.
And I'm Grace, Hot Pants Langheim. Eric is all business in the front of the pack, and I am all about the party in the back.
That's right, business up front and party in the back. Together, we are the Running Mullet.
And we are going to talk about every aspect of running, the podium to the DNF and everything in between.
If you are a runner, this show is for you. Now sit back, get out your foam roller, and enjoy the party. Wow, that was a really extended one.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
You had a big weekend. I want to hear all about your weekend. Mine, I don't have a lot to say.
No, you specifically asked me, like a needy 4-year-old girl.
That's right.
Daddy, can you give me attention, please?
Don't ever say that again. It's so gross.
Yeah, no, you misunderstood what I was getting at. That was like a little daughter. Come on, not you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now we need to back
Still
that
gross.
How was your weekend, Grace?
It was fun. I had a training weekend up at World's End State Park. It rained most of the time. I got a big old cheesesteak from Big Mike's, which I'm just saying, I'm throwing this out there to anyone who is running, crewing, pacing, volunteering, trail work ahead of time up at World's End State Park. Big Mike's is the best. Putting it out there.
Yeah, race weekend. He really doesn't need any promotion. He's pretty full, but yeah, everybody goes up there.
You don't want to miss out. You don't want to be the one person who finds out after the fact about Big Mike's, and that's what we are here to do, is to help prepare people.
Yeah, and I will add that even if you're not, like, the cheesesteaks are phenomenal, and even if you're not a cheesesteak fan and there's something wrong with you, their other food is glorious, greasy,
solid,
delicious.
And some solid vegan options.
Oh, you don't go to Big Mike's to get vegan options, though.
They're there. If you have a plant-based friend who you want to bring to Big Mike's,
Big Mike will hook you up with vegan.
Just to hook you up. The French fries, they can't be beat. They're so good.
Yeah, it's good food. We try to go there, on Friday night before the race for dinner, and it's always good food. And Big Mike knows what he's doing. So yeah, you got on some trails up there. That's good. That's good. It was a wet weekend. I think it's gonna not rain a single drop from here until the end of May, so that the course is bone dry.
It's probably going to be bone dry at 95 degrees. I figure since I've been in cold, wet weather, race day is going to be 95 and dry. But I got a chance to to lock in. I know what shoes I'm definitely going to wear, so that's always
Hold up. I got to hear this because it's going to be some weird name of some weird company that I've never heard before. So let's hear what shoes you're wearing.
No, you've heard. I'm wearing my normal toe mirrors.
Okay. I've actually heard of them.
Yeah. The toe mirror 2.0 I got on sale because they just came out with the new version. But they performed really well on wet, rocky, slippery, muddy terrain. European shoes, I think, do really well on that kind of terrain. So that's what we're going to go with. So we're going to go with the normals. I didn't do as many miles as I had originally hoped, but I did get to spend a little bit of time on that reroute, the section that got rerouted last year because the Loyalsock Trail moved. So I did that section down there because I know it's a little tricky, and I just wanted to refresh my memory of what it's like. And the section between Aid Station 4 and Aid Station 5 has a lot of vert, so I wanted to do that again, that kind of stuff. So it was good. It was a fun weekend. I enjoyed myself. You had a big weekend as a coach. You had a lot of people racing over the weekend, doing awesome big things. We had friends who were doing awesome big things. So tell me all about your weekend.
My weekend was uneventful, just trying to follow awesome people doing awesome things. But there was a lot of races going on everywhere last week and this weekend. Didn't really think about it till this weekend. Then you start adding it up. It's like, holy moly, things are busy up in here.
Yeah.
I was just lucky enough to have a couple different athletes doing different stuff around the country, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the biggest race that happened and the biggest results that happened and stuff is Cocodona. And we don't even need to mention the name Rachel, but like, that was just amazing to watch and see.
So Rachel Entrikin won Cocodona 250. I wasn't going to talk a lot about this, and then I saw a post just like 20 minutes ago from Ann Trayson, and I thought it was pretty cool. I thought I'm going to bring this up. You ready?
I'm waiting.
Okay. And you know who Ann Trayson is?
I've heard the name.
Yeah. So she's won. Ann Trayson is like, she's the GOAT. She's still holds quite a few records, even though she hasn't been running for a long time.
Get to this post. Let's hear this.
This is important. It's important that people know how big Ann Trayson is. Ann Trayson's the GOAT. She's won Western States 12 times, something like that. It's amazing. So she put out a post, and she had said, so Rachel Entrikin won Cocodona 250. She won it outright. And she had said something to the effect of like, we have to not make men the thing to beat. Right? Like the thing that makes her impressive is that she put it all out there. And she did her best. And she did win. She beat all the women. She beat all the men. But like, we got to stop putting that as the biggest thing. Like, the biggest thing is that she absolutely put it out there, right? I think that was pretty
I
cool.
have many opinions on this. I love her post, by the way.
Yeah.
I have many opinions on the direction you're
How many?
Some probably my co-host might not agree with. Some
that's okay.
Some she may. So we don't need to get into any of that. But I think I know where she's coming from with that post, and I love that post. Yeah. And I've been a firm believer of that ideal for a while myself, just my opinions.
Right.
But so yeah, that's a cool post. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. I think that's a good place to leave it. And I respect I think her perspective on things because it's Ann Trayson.
Yeah. I think I think the more that amazing women keep doing amazing things is more reason to stop having a divide between men and women in general. It should have never been there to begin with, as much as people think it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can move on. I'd have a hard time with words.
Yeah, and here's the other thing that I will say about it, though, here's where my head is. We see so much, I think, divide and competitiveness in some other sports, and in trail running in particular, for the most part, also in road running, in ultra running, I see a lot of men supporting women and encouraging them, and even being completely fine with women beating them. And you just don't see as much of the stereotype of, oh, woman beat me, let me be upset about that. We don't see nearly as much of that, I think, in running, road running, trail running. And I think it's a stereotype that women who have not been in the sport, or they're very new to it, that they are like, oh, am I going to see that? Is that what's going to happen? And I have not seen that. I've seen nothing but supportiveness. And I think that's awesome. And it's a much more welcoming place when it comes to that, the dudes and the women's all trying to do their best. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, at this point in time, women can sign up for anything that men can as far as running goes, and they're proven that the long distance is this is proof that sex has nothing to do with your performance at one of the hardest, biggest races in the country. So yeah, it's pretty cool stuff for sure.
It is cool. I think it'll be interesting. I mean, the numbers are still skewed. I think that if we could get, the above 50-mile distance, you still see smaller numbers for women. So if we could get the numbers up, I think that might help see where things shake out.
Why are they skewed? What
That's a whole conversation. I think there's a lot of reasons. I don't think it's any one thing. But there's not as many women signing up for 100K, 100 mile, 200 mile. So if you look at the participant percentage, it's still not as many women. So if you had more women, would you see more women higher up on the roster? You know what I mean?
If those women that are not signing up, you would find a way for them to actually sign up, you think they would be the Rachel Entrekins?
Not necessarily, no.
That's what you just said.
No.
Like, I don't either. I think that whatever you want to do to get women signed up, but they have every I
think the elite. Yeah, I think a lot of the best women are signing up now for those longer distances. And you don't see as many mediocre or back of the pack runners like me signing up for those races and DNFing with the dudes. So there's a couple of races that are examples of this where you see higher female participation in the longer distance. There is a lower DNF rate among the women versus the men, which is like, if we could just get more back of pack runners like me who have no business in these races DNFing, that would fix everything, I think.
And I'm more on the side, and this is just
I'm kidding. I'm
more on the side of, I think that's looking for an answer there is no question to. But that's my theory behind getting the numbers of women up. But like you said, could be a lot of factors, but I don't know.
There's a lot of factors. I think I think one of the factors that I personally want to try to encourage is for those women who want to do it, but they just don't have enough confidence to sign up for the big thing because they don't think they can do it. And so I want to give them the confidence that you can do it. It is possible. It's okay. It's okay if you DNF, you know, but you shouldn't sign up for something in order to DNF, right? I'm not saying that, but I think there are women who are perfectly capable and they're not signing up because they're more unsure of themselves. And so those are the people that I might go ahead and sign up. Go for it.
So they just need friends to tell them to sign up? That's the answer?
Bad influences, yes.
Good luck. Anyway, moving back to Cocodona.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool thing to see though for anybody that saw it. But we had some friends finish Cocodona. Jordan Copenhaver's wife, Alicia, finished.
Alicia finished.
I believe Jason Tanner finished, didn't he?
I did not follow up on Jason. I think so.
I believe he did. He's not a quitter, so I'm pretty sure Jason finished. I didn't follow up either. I was hoping you knew.
No.
Lacey.
Yeah.
Another big one.
Yeah.
Who else you got? Anybody else?
Lacey's the person I was following. And Alicia Copenhaver, she had finished the Sedona 125, and Alicia Hare.
Oh, that's right.
Finished the Sedona 125.
Yeah. Alicia Hare finished the Sedona 125, and she is in the lottery for Cocodona next year.
Yeah, she is.
So it is Tanner didn't finish. Wow.
Maybe that's why we didn't see anything.
I didn't look at the results, honestly, the full list of results. So I just assumed he did because he's a grinder. But
there's always next year.
Anyway, yeah, I know a few people that like that. This race is blowing the heck up really fast.
Yeah.
As far as popularity.
Do you want to do it?
Do what?
Cocodona.
No. Yeah. Yes and no, and not next year or anything like that. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe sometime. I don't know. I haven't given it much deep thought, honestly.
Okay.
But yeah,
you've got a week to figure it out.
The lottery's open for a week?
No, let us know next week.
Oh, okay. It's just that's a lot of days. That's a lot of money in days too.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem, sadly. But yeah, maybe one of these years I'll pick it as my just big race for the year. I don't know.
Yeah. Way out of my price range.
Yeah. But it does. I mean, they do a heck of a job by the looks of it, and it's big. That's all people talked about if you're in the running world this week. But probably because Rachel winning helped. But
yeah, it's still a big race. It was very cool to watch everybody. And, down here in South Central PA, we were all cheering Lacey on, and Laura happened to be vacationing out there. Laura Leidacker, big fan of the show. And she went to go pace Lacey. So that was cool to see. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. So kudos to all of them finishing that. That's a huge accomplishment, 250 miles through Arizona.
Yeah.
If you watched any of it or see any posts, you can easily tell it's very tough. Pretty much everybody I was reading, the nose congestion and lungs from dust and stuff. Like, it's not just running you have to worry about. It's all the things that us East Coasters especially aren't really used to.
Yeah.
Even Courtney Dauwalter had said that her nose got plugged full and coughing up crap. So, I mean, it happens to everybody, but you wouldn't really think of that as something you can train for or plan for. And then you got to deal with it for 250 miles. Yeah, sounds like a hoot.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, that is finally over. And what else did we have? We had
Miller Mountain.
Miller Mountain locally was Saturday.
Yes.
I think it was a rainy day. Yeah.
Yeah. Miller Mountain was Saturday.
And they had a good turnout. Did you have anybody running that?
I did not have any of my athletes racing this past weekend. Actually, this coming weekend is a big weekend for me, but I didn't have anybody racing.
Hellbender down in North Carolina.
That's right.
Had an athlete finish that, and there was a group of trail runners from up North Central PA here that went down and did well.
Yeah, Lyric went down there.
Yep.
I didn't see who else.
I'd have to look the list to see who it was, but
yeah,
one of these years I'll get over there for that. Or not Hellbender, but Miller Mountain. I want to get over to.
I love Miller Mountain. That was one of the highlights of last year for me. I was really happy that I did that race, and it didn't work out this year just with scheduling. I wanted to get out to the World's End course, and I kind of had to pick one or the other, and I picked World's End. But if I finish World's End this year, then next year I won't have that dilemma.
There you go. Not if, it's when.
Okay.
Wow, there.
I'm not fully there. We're going with show up and blow up. That's going to be the motto for World's End this year.
All right. Well, there's other people that believe in you, even if you don't. So you can't just let them down by being.
I appreciate that, but I'll show you my my 5K time, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. It's pretty sad.
But yeah, one of the biggest ones for me was Laurie Diamond, who ran Dawn to Dusk to Dawn, which is a track race down in Philly. Timed event. So basically, it's a qualifier for the 24-hour stuff, but it's also a certified course where that if you can test, you can try to get a PR in any distance. Obviously, it's pancake flat track. And these records are out there of, speedy people doing crazy things and age group awards and stuff like that. She managed, her goal was to set the record for female age 60 to 64. And she pulled that off by the skin of her teeth. She pulled that off, which is absolutely incredible.
That's awesome.
And I take zero credit for my athletes. I don't know how you feel about it, but I feel I have a hard time taking any credit for what athletes do, because they're the ones that do it. And a lot of these races that we train them for, it's mind over matter in the end anyway, a lot of the times. So it's how strong of a brain athletes have, more so than did you hit your workouts to a T every week? Because if you did, you're going to get it. No, it's not how life works. But
I think it's all their work, but it's real similar to like when you watch a basketball game and you get to sit in the front row and you're cheering them on and they're having a really good game. And at some point you feel like you're on the team, even though you're doing none of the work. Yeah. I feel like that's what it feels like, is that you have to step back and be like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm not actually on the team and I did none of that. but you're so close to it that you feel like you are. And I think it's easy to like feel like you're a part of it, but also you take a step back and you're like, oh, actually they did all the work. They deserve all the credit. But you get to have a front row seat, which is really cool, Yeah.
And to go off of that a little bit, it's funny you say it like that, because I always stress to my athletes that we are a team. The athlete and myself is a team. They're doing most of the work, but we want to work as a team. Nothing I give them is set in paper, written in stone. Let's talk and this and that. But anyway, the fact that I say I have an athlete that set a world record is pretty nuts.
That's awesome.
That's nuts. So, and it's nuts that she did it. She was scared about it. She was nervous about it. She knew she ran even splits, meaning she tried to stick with the same mile pace for 12 hours, and she pretty much nailed that. And it and got her goal. So it was very cool. She's through the roof happy, as am I, and as she should be. But 70 miles in 12 hours for a 60-year-old, it's insane.
That's awesome.
It's insane. So I gotta say, like, I fall into the same trap sometimes, thinking that I'm getting older and blah blah blah. But if you want things bad enough and it interests you enough, you find a way. And she does a lot of work to do what she does. And some would say maybe it's you work too hard at one thing, you're too obsessed about it. But if that's what you love, then nobody else can judge that. It's very cool.
Yeah, that was super exciting. That's cool that you got to have the front row seat to watch that progression happen and watch her accomplish such a big thing. So
yeah, and she was signed up for the 24-hour. So the plan was, we're gonna go for this record, and I'm gonna hopefully get it, and then I'm just gonna have fun the rest of the race for 12 hours. And this was several weeks ago, and I said, I kind of just shaking my head like, okay, that's fine. That sounds like a perfect plan. I said, and somewhere along the way, I said, you don't have to do the full 24 hours. It's like, this is a hard A goal you're going for. And pretty much as soon as she got done, within 5 or 10 minutes afterwards, and I congratulated her through messaging, and she sent me a message. She was like, does it matter if can I stop? I'm like, dude, stop. She's like, I'm fried. I'm like, you should have been fried. I'd be disappointed if you weren't fried. You should have run more miles if you weren't fried. So yeah, she stopped at 12 hours and called it a day, which is that type of event. There is really no DNF. Like, she's finished 70 miles in 24 hours. So whatever you want to call it, but pretty cool. Awesome. And not only that, did she set the 50K, 50 mile, and 100K age group record, or national record, with that same run. But just phenomenal. These athletes that are reaching for high goals with age groups, and as you get older, it gets that much harder. And obviously the mileage starts backing off because we naturally just can't be as fast as we get older. But the records are still quite phenomenal if you look at them and break it down into what these athletes are doing at higher ages.
Yeah,
just crazy.
It is. It's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, in a nutshell, that was my weekend. Pretty cool. Watching everybody succeed.
There was also, two other things. There was Eagleton happened this weekend. So we had friends running Eagleton. So that was a good race. And I don't know if you know this. I'm putting it out there because it's public on the fastestknowntime.com. But Bob Stewart is out on the trail right now. He's out on the Benton McKay.
Nice.
Yeah. So he's been out for a little over 2 days now.
Cool.
So the Benton McKay is close to 300 miles. And last I haven't checked in a little while, so I'll have to see where he's at. He was at it's like 290 miles, and he was at 137 earlier today. Gotcha. So yeah, he is at mile 151, and he's been out 2 days, 13 hours, and he's going for the unsupported, which I believe the current FKT on the men's side is 7 days and change. On the women's side is 6 days and change. So he's on track to beat potentially both of those.
Yeah, he's a stud. We still got to be careful with the on track stuff. I was on pace at 20 miles in with 150,000 miles to go, but I was on pace for the record.
Right? It's so tough. But we still want to wish him well.
I'm not doubting his ability whatsoever.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, he's a stud. Yeah, back to Eagleton real quick. The Eagleton 86 was canceled at the last minute. Very
It
very
happens.
sadly. But the regular Eagleton races still went down on Sunday. It looks like everybody had a grand old time.
Yeah, these things happen. I mean, we're lucky to go out and do these silly little races to begin with, so that's okay. And it does look like plenty of people had a good time. I saw some of the photos coming out already.
Yep. Well, that wraps up my week, Grace.
So many races happened this past weekend.
Ask me what I'm doing this weekend.
What are you doing this weekend?
I have districts for track is this weekend. So that's
Wow.
the step before states, which is next weekend. So Thursday, we all go down and the kids run. Casey's in the 4x4 and the 4x800 relay for districts. Lauren's running the 4x4 and the 1600, the 3200, and the 800. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting couple days.
Yeah, Lauren just got a mile PR recently, right?
Pretty recently, a few weeks ago, the sub 5 minute officially.
That's right. That was exciting.
That was a big elephant lifted off her back. It's a big wall to break through mentally and physically. So it was very, very exciting. Not really concerned whether she's going. She has the ability to maybe drop it a little at states in the big show or something if she makes it to states. But we're not really. It's not the end of the world if she doesn't either. So
it's a cool thing to accomplish.
It was a big goal. That was kind of her A goal for this year overall to break sub 5, and she did it pretty early in the season. So yeah, it's very cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'll be busy down watching others run this weekend.
Where is it?
Milton.
I don't know where that is.
This isn't. Yeah, it's like down along the river, like Sealands Grove area.
Okay.
States, it will be in Shippensburg next Friday and Saturday. No. That's not far from here, is it?
No, that's not far.
Not too awful far.
That's pretty close.
Yep.
It's an exciting time. Next weekend is Highball to Thurmond. So nice. I have like five athletes running the Highball to Thurmond. So
hey.
I know, which is down in West Virginia. So I'm going to be watching Highball to Thurmond. And then the weekend after that is Memorial Day weekend. So I don't think there's a whole lot going on. Is that when States is Memorial Day weekend?
Is that next weekend? Like not this coming, but next?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And then the weekend after that, we have World's End. And then not long after that is Laurel Highlands. So there's a lot of stuff going on right now. It's pretty cool.
Real quick, Kip says Milton is next to Watsontown. So go ahead and ask me where.
Nothing.
Yeah, I know. Ask me where Watsontown is. Near Sealands Grove. Thanks, Kip.
It's very helpful, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Basically, he has like a 5-minute drive to this meet on Thursday and Saturday this weekend, though, and I have hour and 20.
Yeah. Whenever I talk about going to World's End State Park, either people know where World's End is and they've been there, or they say, where is it? And I'm like, I have no way to explain where World's End State Park is because it's near nothing. But if you look on the Pennsylvania map, even though the roads don't go straight north, like we want to think that certain roads are straight, like 15, it's not straight north. It goes like this. But if you go straight north from Harrisburg, like Forksville is like straight like that.
Yeah. In the middle of nowhere. Wait. This is how they do it these days. There's a heart. See that heart?
Oh, is that the cool thing to do?
And that's what the kids do. They don't do this stuff anymore. This is old people.
Well, I'm old people, so I'm going to do this.
Okay.
So, yeah. But I had my, what is that? What is happening?
What? What's happening? Why was that so delayed? Is there a delay between us?
I looked down for a second and I looked back up and there was sign language that was not very nice.
Oh, that was weird because it was delayed on my end. But anyway.
So I also had pie up at High Knob, which we now call Pie Knob. So anybody who goes up to World's End, I highly recommend having a piece of pie while you're up at High Knob. You go to the Country Friends Cafe and you get a piece of pie, and then you go up to High Knob.
Sounds like a long way to drive with a delicious piece of pie. My pie wouldn't make it there.
That's not far. That's like 20 minutes between the 15 minutes between the cafe and the.
That would be 18 minutes without my pie. I would stare at this piece of pie the whole time. No, I like your idea. It's fun,
Yeah.
but that's a long ways to drive without touching the pie.
Yeah, you got to leave the pie alone, Eric. Leave it alone.
All right, let's take this show gonzo.
Okay, tune in every Monday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and join in on the conversation. Chat with me and Eric on YouTube Live and the Facebooks Live. Or you can check us out afterwards on the iTunes and the podcasts and listen to us that way and share with your friends. And they will think that you are the most awesome friend ever. And that's it. That's all the cool stuff that you can do.
All right. Well, let's try to meet the same time, same place next Monday, and we'll talk about high ball to Thurman. I don't know. We're going to talk about something running because that's what this show was made for. Just anything running. The Seinfeld of podcast world. Show about nothing.
Okay. All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. You're awesome. Bye.